the power of these tools really comes from the data. And so the climate data from these tools is coming from the GridMet data set. These are daily data from 1979 until yesterday. There's surface weather, temperature, precipitation, humidity, wind, and solar radiation. They cover the whole contiguous USA, and they're available as on as gridded data. So that means that there is data for all of the areas here in the contiguous USA, just regardless if there is a weather station close by or not. So the data comes back. The gridded data here, climate data, is a blend of both satellite and ground station data, and it is modeled on a grid so that the data is one value will come back for each 4-kilometer or 2.5-mile grid cell when you select a location. And when you select a location, like if you selected a location in here, it's going to pull the grid cell one value to represent this whole grid cell. So that grid cell, the value is going to be an area average over that grid cell. So it'll be the average precipitation over that grid cell or the average temperature. And that's just something to note, because if you're looking at a location that is a microclimate, or if these grid cells, or it's an area that has complex topography, like a lot of elevational change, the area average over this grid cell could be very different than the value in that specifically where you're looking. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that microclimates could be hard to capture here. And then second, we have hydrology data, where the hydrology data is obtained by feeding these daily weather inputs into this variable infiltration capacity hydrology model. And in this model, each grid cell is given a land surface and 3 soil layers, and the water balance for that grid cell is decided given the daily precipitation, the daily evapotranspiration, and it computes the snow water equivalent and the soil moisture at these different levels, decides how much runs off, how much it infiltrates and contributes to the base flow. So basically that's the hydrology model that is used to give information about snow water equivalent, soil moisture, runoff,